She scrambles to find a pen, and while that's happening, that just fell apart. Hello there, Rangers. Plesioed to see you. Welcome to another Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. Last week we saw a stand-in for the Purple Ranger as the Rangers recovered the Purple Energem. This week it's time to fill in the other half of the equation. But first, I have a question for you. The format of these reviews has been the same ever since I started doing them. I recap the episode, I give it a score, and then I talk about what I liked and didn't like. I'm wondering how you guys feel about that recap section. It occurred to me that I could make my videos a lot shorter by cutting it out and just talking about the things I liked and didn't like and then giving the episode a score. Or I could try to tighten up the recap section, maybe go with a few less details. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think about the length and format of these reviews. Alright, we've got a Zord to find. Let's get to the 18th episode of Dino Charge, Deep Down Under. Fury tells Sledge that since there was a Purple Ranger, the Plesio Zord must be awake and active somewhere. But Sledge cuts him off. Fury lost the Terrazord to the Rangers, and he's not taking that chance again. They're not going to try to take the Plesio Zord, they're going to destroy it. Fury actually agrees with Sledge and says that Wrench is reviving Meteor. Geez, Sledge is really into recycling lately. Kendall tells the Rangers that they're going to need to stay in New Zealand, oh darn, and find the Plesio Zord. Albert never encountered his Zord, so they don't even know where to start looking. They decide to ask a famous archaeologist, Dr. Runga, for help. Though maybe not as famous as he would like. Dr. Runga is full of himself, snotty and rude. He mistakes the Rangers for Tunifa hunters, and credit to the writers for coming up with the appropriate New Zealand myth. It would have been really easy to say that the Plesio Zord somehow ended up in Loch Ness, seeing as there are many that think that Nessie is a plesiosaurus. Tunifa are an actual New Zealand myth, guardian spirits that take the form of great sharks or eels, so this was really appropriate. For all of his bluster, Dr. Runga isn't much help. He tells the Rangers to check sea caves and island pools. Seeing as the Plesiosaurus was an aquatic dinosaur, this is kind of like telling someone who's looking for a bird to check the sky. The Rangers search anyway and use some more original Megazord footage. Tyler and Shelby are at Takapuna Beach when the Purple Energem starts glowing. Attracted to it, the Plesio Zord pops out of the water. Shelby takes a quick cell phone video, but then Meteor attacks with fury. The other Rangers show up and Shelby leads Tyler in a morph, and Tyler just goes ham on Meteor, blasting his attacks and destroying his blaster. I'm not sure how much of this is Sentai footage and how much of this is Dino Charge, but I have to say that I really love how Ivan and Fury seem to have a personal thing. Even in group fights, they always seem to end up one-on-one. It's just nice character building. The Rangers blast Meteor back with the Dino Spike, but Fury covers their retreat, saying he knows where to go for help. Sure enough, it's straight to Dr. Runga. He appeals to the Doctor's desire for fame, tempting him with the idea of a living dinosaur and all the fame and attention that would bring him, in exchange for leading Fury to it so he can destroy it. Meanwhile, Kendall makes the situation more urgent. She's watched Shelby's video and says that the Plesio Zord sounds sick. Some of the Zords need their Energems more than others, and the Plesio Zord's been away from the Purple Energem for a very long time. They need to get the Energem to the Plesio Zord fast, or it might not survive. The Rangers get ready to go, but Shelby hangs back for a second to watch the video one more time, and that gives Dr. Runga a chance to make his move. He gives Shelby an insincere apology for being rude and offers to autograph her book. She scrambles for a pen, and he grabs her phone and sends the video of the Plesio Zord to himself, and then leaves without giving her the autograph. The Rangers aren't having any luck, and Kendall calls them to tell them Dr. Runga is holding a press conference to announce the discovery of a living dinosaur using Shelby's video as proof. She worries that if the word gets out, the country might get flooded with dinosaur hunters who would endanger the Plesio Zord by making it more difficult for them to get the Energem to her. Shelby confronts Dr. Runga and finally realizes that he's a fame-obsessed jerk, saying that he's no longer the man that inspired her to learn all that she could about dinosaurs. The Rangers rush off to find the Plesio Zord, and Dr. Runga follows, seemingly stung by Shelby's rebuke. Kendall leads the Rangers to a large sea cave where the Plesio Zord is likely hiding. After a cute directions gag with Ivan and Coda, Dr. Runga catches up with the Rangers and has that classic kid show, "You were right, I'm sorry" moment, saying that now his dream of seeing a living dinosaur can finally come true. Except that it's not actually a dinosaur, is it? At this moment, the Rangers are forced to do something that they've never done before. For the first time, the Dino Charge Rangers are forced to reveal their identities. Though to be fair, they do let Dr. Runga do the math. All they tell him is that the Plesio is a Zord, and he says only Power Rangers use Zords. Hey, someone in this story has heard of a Power Ranger. But just as he was going to say that it was Fury that put him onto the whole living dinosaur story, he shows up with Meteor. Shelby leads a full group morph and the team gets to work. She breaks off to go give the purple Energem to the Plesio Zord, but Meteor breaks free and blasts her, knocking it loose. Runga redeems himself by running into the cave, grabbing the Energem, and tossing it to the Plesio Zord at Shelby's request. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Plesio Zord. It's kind of a swimmy jet Zord that can shoot lasers from its eyes. It hits Meteor, giving him a Team Rocket blasting off again moment. By the by, I realize this is a little picky and it would be hard to fix, but the Plesio Zord has a giant dino charger in its neck, even though, say it with me, we haven't seen any Plesio chargers yet. Sledge makes Meteor grow, and Kendall says that he's attacking the city. Which city? It would kind of help the Rangers to know where he is, especially since he had that Team Rocket moment. Apparently it was Auckland or somewhere in New Zealand, I guess, because the Rangers hop into the Plesio Zord and find Meteor right away, taking him into space. They form the Plesio Charge Megazord, which has a neat little sci-fi music strike, although it was kind of hard to hear. A Plesio rocket punch sends Meteor up for the finish, and Shelby makes sure that space is Meteor's final frontier as the Rangers finish him off with the Galactic Blast. Sledge is finally fed up with Fury's failures, everyone's really, and says it's time to make his own plans and take care of the Rangers himself. About freaking time. Meanwhile, the Rangers save on plane tickets by flying Air Plesio back home, though for the record they could have flown the Terrazord to New Zealand, so I don't know. Kendall tells them that she's very proud of them, and Riley says they just keep getting stronger. The Rangers are feeling really good about themselves, and the main villain is about to step into battle. Uh-oh. In the meantime, let me speak to you of fossils. Episode 18, Deep Down Under. Pros, Dr. Runga is the best guest actor we've had yet. Great episode for Shelby's character. New Zord and Megazord. Set stakes in motion for final arc. Cons, reviving monsters is getting a little old. A great Zord introduction episode that seems ready to lead Dino Charge into its mid-story finale. Deep Down Under gets 5 fossils out of 5. It can be kind of difficult to remember that when a character is annoying, mean, rude, etc., that there's an actor behind them doing an excellent job. Kirk Torrance just did a really good job of giving us a deep, real-feeling character motivated by a lifetime of working hard and not achieving the fame that he felt he deserved, to the point of accepting a monstrous bargain. Shelby really shined once again in this episode, meeting her childhood idol and dealing with the disillusionment of realizing he wasn't what she thought he was, and even leading him back to redemption. She leads 2 morphs with strength and really was the core of this episode. And the Plesio Zord is just a neat Zord with a versatile jet mode and a kind of sci-fi space-themed Megazord mode. And I think it's just really cool that even in the final arc of Dino Charge's first season, we're still getting new weapons in the final episodes. And as I said, anybody who's watched Power Rangers for a while knows that one of its key themes is pride comes before a fall. When the villain gets serious and the Rangers are puffing their chests out and feeling all great about themselves, they are getting set up to feel some pain. Sure, it's been done before, but that's because it works. I had to sit for about 5 minutes and think to come up with that one down point for this episode. But when Fury said that Wrench was reviving Meteor, my first thought was, again? And my second thought was wondering why they were bothering to do that when, as far as I know, Ice Age and Stingrage are still down on Earth in one of Albert's cages or something. Reviving monsters, it might be demands of the footage, but it just cheapens the Rangers' victories over them. Well, the Rangers are headed home with a shiny new Energem and a shiny new Zord. Now they just need a shiny new Ranger. Let's see what's coming up in next week's shiny new episode, episode 19, Wishing for a Hero. While searching for a new Purple Ranger, the teens find all of their personal wishes coming true in the worst way. Well, I'm wishing in the best way that you guys will come back next week and check out my review of that. But for now, that's going to do it for this Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, may the power protect you. I'm wondering how you guys feel about that recap section. In exchange for bringing Fury to it so he can destroy it. Nope, it's not there. See? Yep. Sure enough, it's straight to Dr. Runga. He appeals to the doctor's desire to... While she scrambles for a pen, he grabs her phone and sends the video of the Plesio Zord to himself. Whoa! Sledge makes Meteor grow, and Kendall says that he's attacking the city. What city? Sledge makes Meteor grow, and Kendall says that he's attacking the city. Which city? It would kind of help A Plesio rocket punch sets Meteor up for the finisher, and Shelby makes sure that space is Meteor's final frontier as they use the galactic blast.